and a lot of teams are powering up. We've already heard from the interview that they put in a ton of prep specifically for Complexity, and of course, they're here to play Cologne. It's the event of the year for them, and the biggest event that they played in so far.
Nothing down banana, so we get the top mid fight, and that's where Floppy pieces together a couple kills. Alicia's right here with him. Sure, we get the balcony drop out for alternate attacks, but Headshot's looking real clean. And unfortunately, Perks stuck into the pit. He has CTs swarming all around him. Molly to try and get out here, but it doesn't look like Library Fight's going to offer much. So let's talk about Complexity, starting a map with momentum, perhaps.
Yeah, we're going to see if basically what kind of Complexity that we get. I mean, there's just no expectation that this is going to be a difficult match for Complexity on paper.
This little bit of a delay, maybe,
JT.
From the T's. Yeah, it gives JT time to get behind them. So attack is compromised. Hold's looking strong. Halzert going to tuck in case Floppy needs him, and he will. Floppy the first casualty of the defense, but then they get that arch control. They've cleared out the site. Down to 8 seconds. This all got a little frazzled with that JT flank, but they've equaled it out. And from there, Alish comes in, gets himself the clutch in the 1v1. That's a solid hit from alternate attacks, considering that it was starting to go south and it was red right before it comes into the site.
100%. I'm very surprised that they found all those trades. And yeah, to be frank, they set up the map in a way where they kind of got the rotations they were looking for out of Complexity, but they just didn't move in time when it was time to go with a follow through, and that's when you saw the JT flank, the trouble begins, because they get worried and they're now pushed into a site hit. They know they're getting flanked, and they've lost a man advantage, but they fight their way through this, so that's pretty impressive. But Alish, he does all the work. It's 3 kills to get that final trade and the clutch.
Funnily enough, we see Arrow, who just picked up those 2 clean headshots, come into this one with the solo AK, so he trucks through. And it's JT to hold back the first player, but AK changes hands. Great trade frag out of Perks with the Tech 9. This is a great chance to overwhelm Grim. The banana splits a little bit slow. And it gives Grim a chance to reposition it at the back of the site as opposed to playing front coffins. He knows now that he is outnumbered, is about to get swarmed. Challenge from the coffin side, pistols pushing through, but it's a second strong trade, and now a second rifle in the hands of the attacks.
And they're all playing right side sight right now. CTs don't know it, and they're also not coming in from B. Hypes will probably take first contact here. Ooh, be careful.
Yeah, keep that gun out. Second peek comes through. Trades continue to look good. And unfortunately, still just losing numbers. Perks could line up 2 frags for the clutch. Floppy's coming at him, and he wants to play the bomb. Bails back around the coffins. Over top goes Floppy, and he will clutch to keep Complexity winning. But these are real openings for alternate attack so far.
Where's the 5th player on the map? I am so...
It's boosted.
Oh, boosted. Okay. I was like...
Got a little fusion summon going on in the back of the site. Front.
Ooh, got the smoke.
Yeah. CT smoke thrown in the middle of the site here. Lige threw down a smoke to play in front of it. Just looking for that climb up orange. 20 seconds, they get 2 kills, 3rd player's down.
Okay.
3 players stack inside of B, and not one puts forth a frag.
That it's not really that easy to just pick your best spots and sit and hold angles. Like, you are going to get God flashed, you are going to see mollies come to the back of the site like we just saw, and it's not a given that you're going to instantly win.
He's going to be dealing with the MAC-10 in a moment, but now they still don't know if there are more players, so a little cautious, a little hesitant. JT does a good job to set this up. Smoke there for the cross means Alicia's D gets nothing, but JT nails a second through smoke. Definitely doing enough on his own this time. Things start to get frantic here for alternate attacks. Sure, pistols not in the back of the site, but you know the whole pack's coming.
Yeah, and it's Perks. He knows this round comes down to him, as they're going to wrap around construction. They're not coming B right now.
Freeze into the front sight. We get Grim's Famas looking for a target. Hype hits his shot, reaching out for a weapon, so you know there's another pistol trying to get this gun going forward. Everybody here for alternate attacks in the post plant, posting up a frag apiece, and that is exactly what you hope for. JT goes above and beyond, and it's still not enough to get anything after that.
That's huge, and you can hear them.
Picturesque as far as 3v5 post plants go, but burn forward this round, Ozek. thinking he'd have a fight to win. Now CT's want a little more, and it's a great interruption there. Elige sets up Grim to succeed, and now that you've got two, go play your bomb site.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough to predict this angle come the balcony exit, but they do get 2 and 3.
Oh my god, they get 1 kill? Wait,
No
1 kill.
way.
Trying to stop that site hit.
Floppy catching somebody off guard from behind the truck. The fact Halzer goes down in this off angle, then they find the flank.
No
2v5.
No way they're going to 2v5 complexity.
Yeah, they are. And so alternate attacks looking to pick flesh from the bones of complexity. Ozek opens up, kill to Grim is nice, but Elige does push down bottom mid, and Ozek's gonna walk in, give up his back. This draws hyped into the same problem. Easy double for Elige. And not to mention softened up by JT. So that's what we needed, right? Elige stepping forward as...
But it wouldn't be the first time that 3 players come onto his site.
Why'd you say it?
Don't drop a kill. There's a nice one. Oh, actually, this is a bomb plant. 3 players running back through B.
What? He mollied his bomb off. Bomb is sitting inside a boiler. They think there's going to be a fast flank.
And they don't even believe the site's open right now.
Yeah, well, maybe still worried about Elige because he was bottom mid.
I feel like Perks doesn't get away with this. Let's see. Oh, they are ready for him.
Good trade. Now the bomb drops down with the smoke still up. He will replenish that. You got Elige 2 kills deep. He just dives the bomb site, trying to apply pressure, trying to assert himself, and they'll do so. A little bit delayed. Worried about Elige, I think, in the back line when really he had exited B to wrap around with the pack. But still, the fact that they exit out, get the entries into the site, and plant bomb, it's still good things to say about alternate attacks.
His individual level coming into this match has not been one of the standout players. Ooh.
Nice. Good fadeaway there for JT. You're not getting away.
He's like, why me, man? You shot the op.
Take what you can get. Looking maybe to fixate in on Floppy. Not going to find the opera here. Halzer's on short, trying to support Floppy. Good spot. Drops the incendiary. That's going to turn them perhaps into the AWP, which has been trained on this angle. So good utility usage from Floppy to get Halzer into the playmaker's position. He will not whiff. Can't manage the second, but Floppy's here to trade it. Still concerned for Balk with support in sight off Elige. Swing off box is great, and then Hype comes through with his trade. It's a 1v4, tough spot, and he lands his second shot, but Floppy survives thanks to the bricks.
So they have a lot to be proud of so far. Let's see if they can tie it up.
Arrow's waiting for some kind of mid-aggression, hoping Elige would try it again, but he takes a different route. JT gets clipped, but there's more mid-fights where that one came from. Floppy just serving up such a wonderful distraction here for Elige. Sure, you're down 3v5, but what can Elige get back the time? But does this open a bigger door to go and flank Banana? But the thing is, right now, we still have Arrow holding that flank, right? Because there's no eyes on middle, he's anticipating some kind of a push. Not from T-Spawn, but they're still keeping eyes on this.
He's not watching this. Oh, he hits the flick anyways.
Very nice. And suddenly this one feels real dire. All that time, Elige thinks he's got them.
But are they still going to go B? This would be a mistake, right?
We'll see.
Halzer, we get some redemption here.
Nades over the top.
Oh, Halzer.
Freeze catches the opening kill. They'll find A open. Grim comes through with 3. Takes half his health and damage, but those headshots are clean.
It's a potential 1v5.
Hyped grabs bomb, gets out. He hears him on the escape. And T's have given him this gap. Low health as well for Perks to work with, so Grim's timing could this work out. We get the eyes turned back from Hype, now holding for the short peek, and the boiler player trying to hunt him down. Sure enough, alternate attacks here to close it. A flick that deserves the replay, but we'll be back with the second half as aTTaX post a convincing T-side start.
Unfortunately for me, there is still the slant of, complexity screwed it up a bit, but this can make it even worse as alternate attacks are potentially going to get back into the lead. A 5v3 on the second pistol, and the T's in complexity scrambling to make up for these 2 losses. Ooh, that'll help.
Yeah. Floppy gonna be rambunctious off that one. We get Perks back sight, 12 kills deep in this map. Then he falters, 3v5 queued up here for Cole. You thought you had it in the bag, as Complexity did on multiple rounds, but looks like alternate attacks, very aggressive attack down Banana to start this pistol, just floods Floppy forward into the A site instead.
I love that.
And his 2K critical alongside Halzerk's.
Arrow actually going for this. Doesn't keep his dualies, goes to the USP just for a chance to not have to reload and walk away.
How gentlemanly.
He's got that killer instinct. He believes that he can win, but eventually he's probably want to go back and get these guns or catch the rotations out or something.
Just trying to piece up Complexity a little bit, you know, hit him with the jab. But a very nice. All right.
Uh-oh.
Coming in with a plan. 5 burning players.
Oh, wait a second.
A second frag. They keep on pushing. Halzerk's here again to clean up. All's good, but he does have the bomb. That could have gotten very sketchy if they get away with another USP kill. Liege just has to breathe through the internal rage that is 5 burning CTs at the top of Banana in an incredibly unorthodox stack. But I like it. Come in with a plan. If you don't have a plan for any sort of round, all sorts of rounds, then you're not trying.
I've got a really bad joke. It would be like a Darth Mike joke.
Okay.
You could change their name to alternate B stacks.
Get out of here. I bet you Darth loved that.
Yeah, he's probably smiling.
First gun round. This gun round, just as critical, as the second pistol. Hype's gonna miss his shot. That opens a door for JT to swarm. Oh, he doesn't bite down on the MAC-10 jump! Oh, beautiful track from Hyped in the action. Right in the thick of it, that attack gets stunned. Do they transition into the immediate B hit? Because Hyped has come over to support. They'll pop the nade, and Freeze holds it. See ya, Grim. Couple more shots. Just zinging by, and Freeze overwhelmed, but still Complexity have to know the timing has afforded more defenders to get into position.
Yeah, they didn't read everything there on the site, but they must know now that there are at least 2 in place. So Perks has to be very careful. He's had a great game so far, and he'll get his, at least one. Halzerk up to the plate, 11-9 after getting a lot of kills now in the second half. It was a 1-6 start onto the rifle, and he'll spot one. That's actually beautiful. Tons of pressure now on the CT side.
It's also a bit of a nervous Ozek not having the best of starts, and so for him to try and take this fight, Halzerk piecing it together, but he'll lose his head.
He's chipping away at them.
Yeah, Ozek kind of let him in. Nice bait. Looking to assert that op a little more here. Deep angle down mid, but careful as that smoke cycled slowly. There was nobody behind it. They're gonna go for the boost. Freeze taking an AK peek down Banana. Oh, but he's kind of fumbling the jump up. Got a little weird. It's okay, he gets the position he wanted. And he'll spot a Liege up close. 5v4 for alternate attacks.
Yeah, great spot to play.
And a well-timed peek out of Hyped. 5v3, dwindling utility, lesser weapons. Not looking good for Cole, but they do hang on to a bit of Banana control. Maybe they get lucky if they try to just swarm through Freeze.
This is crazy. How much money is spent on this round between both teams, and now alternate attacks are up 5v3.
Arrow gets active. Just continuing to cause Complexity to bleed out here in round 16. We are staring a tied game in the face. Still no secondary player to come support the B site, which you'd think you would in a 5 versus 2.
For sure.
But Freeze, seeing the utility, knows it's coming his way. Boils down to maybe him stopping it himself, and sure, waste no time. Topple Grim, force this down onto Halzerk. Then the support comes over. Big push from Banana, op included. He knows he's got him against the wall. That MP9 gets dealt with. But Halzerk, down to 6 HP. Stop. What?
6 health.
He's got the bomb. It's going to be a sprint for the A site. This is a 1v5. They tried to swarm him, and Halzerk is going to put this bomb down. Oh my lord. A little inexperience shining through. Instant attack out of freeze. You've given him in the op. A second shot. It's a straight up 1v5.
He started 1 and 6.
And then all of a sudden you've got pistols back for alternate attacks. Those are the kinds of rounds Complexity are supposed to lose, not win. Deeg comes out. Oh!
Like this, man. And we just saw, after that, he was stone cold, right? No reaction from Halzerk after winning that round. And I think there is just quite a bit of bitterness that has been built up over the course of this match. And I don't think anything except for winning matters anymore. Not that anything should prioritize
USP for hyped. Look at the 4-player stack, dude. Everybody here's for alternate attacks. aTTaX gets the P250. USP into the holes. Recovery mission, full effect. Arrow still has tall box held, and Bomb is sitting top mid. Look at the deep smoke. They've written off the possibility of him being here. But Arrow, does he make a move? They're starting to double back. He gets his damage in. Now they're on high alert. It's more damage versus JT. Floppy starts to recover. And aTTaX P250 into an op. He's got Floppy up on Graveyard. You've got JT stuck in sight. aTTaX getting closer, and Floppy puts it down. It's never a dull moment with Complexity. And it's only getting started. Quick attack into ult mid. Get a Liege to try to spearhead this move up. Banana, utility burning, and instant rotations coming out from alternate attacks, throwing a third body at it. Yeah, they probably looked as depressed as Halzerk.
You know, after winning it.
He didn't even blink.
Yeah, there's it.
Nice attack here from the defense, but they're throwing it away. Oh, they try to go for another peek. Sometimes it boils down to timing. They tried to interrupt a hit that was being put in position, tried to write off Complexity's preparation for an assault as opposed to a passive defense, and instead that 5v4 gets turned upside down and Complexity secure their 11th.
Oh my god.
Nice timing, peaked, but Grim's got that quick trade. Desert Eagle overwhelmed, perks back sight. Floppy coming through with some saving grace as the trade train from Complexity chugs along into the A site. 12th round secured. And if you weren't here for all of these rounds, and you just look at the score, you're going to think, okay, yeah, Complexity, just another day, you know?
Hey, alternate attacks, not bad.
Hey, you did all right, kid.
I would pay big money for a comp video.
Yeah, me too.
I need to hear.
Yeah. Step outside, big breath, dominate Anubis. Ooh, and a Liege. Gonna make sure to kick off round 20 with a comfortable 5 versus 4. The utility doesn't even get him out of the corner, so he's ready to go for his second fight, and he'll get that. It's gonna be Freeze to try and pick up slack. Peek coming towards Hype, though. He's been good at holding the line. Grim's caught that second B kill. That's going to be the open door. Yes, simultaneous with the bracket attack. That's going to keep 2 players kind of hard stuck in a site. Their arch rotation scrambling for the B hit.
They're going to just probably walk in behind him, right? Oh, Complexity don't even believe he wouldn't know about this yet, so.
Smoke it off. Extra cautious. Can't afford to drop the ball. And it doesn't seem like they will. It's a challenge out of the gate from alternate attacks. It's a well-oiled T side with a few zany moments sprinkled in, but ultimately Complexity knocking on the door of a map 1 win. And it's good to see some of the individuals turning it up a notch. Halzerk, who started one of the slowest players of Complexity, piecing together a 1v5. Let's just hope for their sake, as said, they can move from Inferno to Anubis and try to get that dominant win they're looking to open Cologne with. Hyped, desperate, has to move this one forward. They talked about their preparation coming into the series, and I think that prep was on full display. They backed up the words they had to offer to open this one, but Complexity meant to be cut from a different cloth. Recover in the opening challenge of this one, and now we get the smiles. Now we get the relief, because the challenge of Inferno is over, and it could be the stomp of Anubis up next.
You know, after we saw them play Anubis last, I'm sure Complexity have had some more conversations, but the fundamental issues are still arising, obviously. See how it feels today.
Lots of game tape of Complexity out on Anubis. Should be no surprises in store for alternate attacks. Double wall of smokes up inside of the B side. That'll be your bomb plant. Does Hype get out of there alive? We've already got 2 CTs deep and dark, so all in alternate attacks from long A. And their post plant is 4 players on long.
You have to be ready to double swing, basically.
Right?
I mean, CTs need to tap. There's a
Molotov here for Freeze. He chucks that in, and that gets them off the defuse. That'll burn a little while longer, and considering there's no kit here, CTs feel like they gotta go. They'll get in it. And Grim finds 3. Another Molotov. Freeze then kills them as they double back. Grim gets his. They've got to dive into the fire. They got to get on that bomb, but this is close.
Yeah, that's extremely close. I couldn't really tell.
Double molly post plant? How close? Oh,
they got it!
The double molly post plant fire from the heavens.
Yeah, well done, alternate attacks. Oh man, I was looking at this retake and I'm like, okay, no smokes here for Complexity to block them off, but they are totally prepared for the situation. Even a smoke for the plant would have ended this round.
Oh, I love the fact they're coming in with something different. I mean, you know. It's just fun. It's such an evil way to start the T side, you know?
So
just crank that knife in Complexity.
Oh, careful.
Arrow's gonna spam away. Floppy's pistol was in the pocket, but it's the Arrow 2K to alleviate the mid pressure. You can chuck away the Galil, grab the up. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought it was an AK. Hang on to all the Galils. Nice shot at a JT. Never underestimate JT's dig. Don't do it. Oh, and the M4, but the flash. The flash is great. Arrow's on for an ace. And as he just tucks tail to dive that A site, that flash, if not for that flash, that M4 just skewers 2 more Ts.
Could have still, even blind. Cutesy team coming out of Asia, getting a big win here and there. They're the team that are now ranked higher than most of their competition at the event. And there are expectations for them to win. If they had lost to Saw, even at Cato earlier this year, or an event at big IEM last year, and they're the team that just, they want not to lose more than they want to win in this game.
Ozek leading the charge. We're getting through the first pistol. Desert Eagle spam out from heaven. That nade's gonna do a ton. Poor Floppy. Not to mention Grim, right? Meant to be the savior on the M4. Well, he got more pressure where that first one came from. He peels a second player off the site, but unfortunately it's the pistols around him that just all come up empty-handed. JT's dig again, it gets a chance, but Perks turns. And with a second, he'll clean the board. That is alternate attacks to the 3-0 T-side start. I wish I could say Mao's 3.
You're not feeling it.
I'm not feeling it just yet, man.
Big event for them to do that.
I'm gonna chuck a G2-3 Mao's 4.
Ah, damn. Okay.
Liquid 5. Grim back plat. Ooh. Nicely done. Hanging on. Getting a multi-frag rolling. Dark peek. Ooh, you devilish, devilish man. A liege coming through the smoke.
Flash is there.
Just as the T thinks that he's got a chance. Just, you know, he gets his moment of reprieve. Oh, I've cleared the bomb site. Toodly D.
But there are very, very few. I can't even think of too many more besides Nico and Elige who have really stood the test of time like they have.
He throws a frag grenade and then peels away from the doors. They're going to leave that gap. And sometimes we watch Complexity, I think, leaving this gap in mid and just banking on their opponents not kind of coming through and kind of vacuuming up the control of it. But Arrow, I love this. No hesitation. Even as the smoke was up, walks through blind, even through the doorway, and he gives himself a chance to just kind of scramble Complexity at the very least. Kill would have been fantastic, but it's still a good spot. It sets Hyped up, pushes him in. 5v4. Now they can flood, right? They're banking on these two weapons to get the job done. Halzerk off of the fountain looking for his second serving. It's a Liege to come out with a double. Halzerk gets two, but it's a Liege with the triple.
Yeah.
Instant transition once he gets pushed off of Temple through the CT spawn and back into the fray. Saw one at a distance, but we do still have Arrow a little bit closer, so we'll see if things get weird here. Ooh, finds the third piece of this long setup. In fact, it's a Liege who's drawn into the fray. JT just dishing out the headshots. Triple kill from him. And a smoke on Temple. Sorry, Freeze, your flank's been found out.
Yeah.
Grim's going to be hard locked on it. He'll take one to the forehead, but, well, bullet gets deflected and alternate attacks. They'll have to wait for a fourth round win if ever they get there. Liege op.
Liege, who knows how many years he's got.
Give me the Liege op. I'll never complain.
He's going to be consistent to the end.
Perkz hoping to catch something going down on A, but it's a hyper-passive Halzerk hold from heaven. Because Perkz senses this opening, maybe you can get past him. Missed shot from Halzerk, suddenly maybe bomb goes down perhaps. Arrow's mid-utility, probably going to keep Floppy a little preoccupied. Or whatever happens, happens. Hype comes through with the headshot on Halzerk. Now Floppy's got to go over towards A, still try to deal with the mid-play. You've got Arrow locked. Oh, and then Hype grabs the opt, and things go from 0 to 100.
Dude, the amount of bad things that happen when Halzerk just misses a shot.
What an entry that must have been. And then you let him get his hands on the op, and then he just goes ahead and takes any retake possibility. Not to mention, Floppy tries to get active top mid. If we want to talk about slow starts with Halzerk back on Inferno, Floppy's 1-6. And JT just died after the round expires. Ooh. So that denies a save. Only Alicia's op is kept. JT maybe would have had more nades, but here comes the full-blown exec. Floppy trying to get the incendiary down, but oh man, they are right into the thick of it. Halzerk under pressure from Ozek, who sweeps through Fountain with the double. We see them trying to throw grenades, but it felt like it was a couple seconds too late.
The A site gets toppled. Here's your opper.
Doors ajar, alternate attacks.
Uh-oh.
Here's a more aggressive stance coming out from Complexity. Frees up the mid-rotate too, because they see nothing there. But if the B site falls before, well, they'd have problems. Luckily, Grim hangs on with the double. We do get that peek out of Halzerk from Temple. He hits his shot, but it's not lethal. Uh-oh. B site under wraps.
Yeah. Grim didn't really need to commit off of zone flash. Okay, Halzerk wins up
That
versus
helps.
the op. Halzerk, however, one back.
And he switches into the big green, so the cannon seeing its use here, and we see why. Floppy, he's taken out of the retake. A Liege, the next victim.
God.
Hot swap to the op, and Ozek ends them. It is indeed aTTaX with a 6-4 lead.
They fall apart a little bit later now.
Ah, a plot twist.
Yeah, they like change it up a little bit. Keep you guessing.
Yep. New road, same destination.
Yeah, that is the frustrating part about.
Ouch.
Ooh, nice nade.
A couple times JT's been hit by that. They talked about their prep. Close swing on Floppy, not gonna happen. There we go. His second and third kills of the half. Can they come back in a 3v5? Slim pickings. The Liege hangs on to his portion of the map. Everybody putting forth a good look. A patient, dark play from JT cues up the fourth casualty of alternate attacks. And Arrow's bomb is back in T-spawn.
Yeah, he's getting a little bit farther away from it by the second as well.
Ignore your problems.
But the CTs are going to be watching everything because they don't know he left the bomb back there.
Just ignore all your problems and try to swing elsewhere. It's a fifth one for Complexity. It's a map they love to play. And so their T-side after the break should be where they thrive.
Very, very promising. I still not sure, like after watching Inferno, I would say Complexity have a very, very good chance of just still closing this out. But quietly surprised once again by what they put together. Careful on these CT sides. These 3 players on Complexity T side, that's enough. We saw the pistol brought to us between Floppy and Halzerk on Inferno.
All about that dark action. Flashbang to get the angle, post it back up. Floppy was the king of the T-side pistol on Inferno. It's what got that map wrapped up. And for the moment, he is chasing down CTs. He's going hunting to the B-bomb site. We're going to get Complexity erecting the wall of smokes, but a gap on left side gives Freeze a chance to swing. Good thing Halzer covers. A challenge for Hyped, as he has to just lean back and allow Perks to get into position. Now we've got backs turned to him. Halzer comes down, caught off by the Berettas, which will clean up alongside Hyped. aTTaX with an 8th off of pistol.
They're pretty excited because this is a different situation than Inferno.
If he can cut off Floppy, if Floppy comes in a little too soon, then maybe the camera players can't deal with him.
Should be first.
And JT instant on the rotate. They catch Freeze back in storage. Ooh, that's a sign of a very strong T side.
That's what gaps do. So oftentimes these late mid timings are really the difference maker for good T sides.
Also just like a really good preventative injury routine.
Like a $3,000 automatic ice pack.
Yeah.
Perfectly timed.
Like one day Jabby will sit up straight. Oh God. Starting to wrap around this B site. The bomb's getting into position, but this is a gamble stack from alternate attacks with the 2 M4s
it's a
in
really
the
good
right
one.
side. Molly forces him out. JT traded out. That's both the M4s down in dark. Now dealt with. Just the pistols left, one of which on jail. You found the last player, and the bomb's going to disengage. Halzer dives around the corner. Freeze can go take an M4 instead of the Galil if he wants it, but he's not getting further from this position without any fight against Floppy. Floppy locking it in. Halzer punches in the digits. Complexity looking to make mincemeat of that little lead ATN once had. Still have, but, you know, turning
It
tides.
gets littler.
Littler. Stuart Littler. While in
Gen A.
memory lane. Line. Why that you just leaked into my brain? Ooh. Just pistols. We're supposed to be able to goof and gaff, but there's an AK.
Yep.
Run for the B site. We saw them get ahead of the exec a round prior, but just not have the tools for the job.
No connecting side smokes just yet.
They're getting in. They're getting in. That AK's down on long. USP in the corner. They're the rifles.
What's happening right here? They're just out of utility, basically, so they have to swing on this.
They
the
still
ball has
haven't
not
crossed.
Okay,
they throw
there
it. Floppy's got the safe plant. They can isolate the fight on jail. They know that. They try to take it to Grim, but Grim is prepared for him. Perks didn't go swinging alongside his teammate, so now he's got to find the 1v2.
2 kills so far.
No kit. It's going to be a tough one, but they came in with majority pistols, so already good damage. Come on, bud. Ooh. Grim on the same spot. Floppy's yet to move a muscle, and Grim's got him covered. Locked in is Complexity's 8th, and as anticipated, the T side ties up quick. Alish making quick work of long control. Careful, Perks. Oh, he sees it. Excellent. Hangs on, but more where Alish came from. Missed up shot out of Halzer.
Shot Halzer. That's when bad things happen.
Molly goes in front of this.
Grim is not.
Oh, down he goes. Look at the swarm here from alternate attacks. They just jumped on that A site like there was the full commit. Luckily, they've still got an anchor in place, right? Long control over on the opposite side of the map from Ozek. He sees nothing, so they'll stay here. Kind of 2 mid, 2 A, anticipating Complexity maybe coming back for second servings.
Is there already a call here for Grim to just peel back instead of try to cheat over towards camera? Maybe, I mean, expecting probably that his teammates get at least 1 kill in the site. That's fair. The lurk, though, still potential for it. They bifurcated the defense. There's a chance that this attack goes well if Grim gets his.
And he does.
And now they actually are going to go back the other way, but do they think there's another player? Hyped. He gets his second player.
12th frag to the board.
Oh my God, they're walking it back again.
Then the dark peak trades for him. Floppy's got to sprint it now. If you haven't done enough to keep everyone corralled, he's got to be confident that he can dive into the site, at least get into the safe side. And he sees that it's close. They're going to try to get him down, and they will. Arrow anticipating the fake. Alternate attacks rock that boat back and forth, and it's Complexity kind of taken over. Crashing waves on the T side. But this one's looking like a full B committal. Arrow. Oh, very dangerously close to the front runner. So the perfect entries from Halzer. Almost stopped by Hyped, but Floppy's here to help out. It's a big burst and a drive-by UMP.
God, it's literally the perfect exec. but it's a 2v3. And I don't know. They're going to try. I mean, it's an MP9. It's so far away. Even with a full spread, that molly, you know, well, it's not going to be a full spread as soon as they release it when you're that close.
Yep.
It's just not going to do that much damage.
Should never stop moving. That first frag was all about just getting as much space as possible. Look at him go, gunning for it. But Complexity want to play an early timing into the B site. Doing a good job of keeping people stacked. Pistols found out. That's 2 confirmed. Nice shot from Floppy. Actually, he was the man in the back. All the while, we get that bomb leaking into the A play. So really nice kind of, you know, 2-pronged attack from Complexity.
Yeah, that's a hard call to deal with.
Yes.
The last round was such a simplistic maneuver into like a double fake at the same time. It's like a nice one here for Complexity. That's, I do feel bad for alternate aTTaX. They're getting full strength. Cole now coming in on T side.
JT digging deep. Putting together the master plan. All right, hyper-aggressive B setup at the same time as aTTaX getting the Elish frag. Shocking that he gets away with one there. Felt like he was blind and getting pummeled. Arrow not going to be able to escape. He turns his back, and Floppy makes sure that there is no retreat allowed. We go 3v3. Alternate aTTaX goes for the double A setup, freezes eyes, drawn back towards mid. Suddenly, things get quiet.
And even if they think there's 2 players here on CT, it's actually pretty easy to isolate them because they have to watch camera. I think they know Freeze is around here. And no smoke means Floppy puts pressure on, and it's really perfect. They've got info on the second last player.
But that second to last player is putting up a fight, and he's got support. Oh, Freeze doesn't need support, but it does get in position. An ace demanded of Floppy, 4 kills for him. And with 13 health, he hunts the duel, anticipates the peak, but just can't put that last man down. aTTaX tie up. They find him. Oh, but he gets both!
Oh, okay.
Freeze hangs on. Elish peeks through. Man advantage to the defense. aTTaX cautious.
Floppy
He's got to be.
Had a great round just now. They got to be very careful. But they dodge, they avoid getting the rotation kill. Some final nades coming in. We're down at 3 flashes here for Complexity.
Floppy's looking to get active in middle at the same time, but this also leaves the door open for Perks to start his flank because Floppy's already surpassed the bridge.
He's coming in down from beneath. Like, this is a full stack to the wrong side now.
They're going to have to run. He's found the open path, but because he's already under the bridge, he can't stop them. They have to run, and it's deep temple control. Floppy able to open that door. They're going to get onto the site with mere seconds left. Bomb to be planted, and alternate aTTaX tasked with a retake with MP9s. They have to call it quits.
Wow.
JT just outmaneuvers. Bolstered by the last round where we see CTs peel off early. Halzerk finds Freeze. Good mid kill. And again, that pressure's on. There goes the A rotate, and he does it loud again. So Floppy sees that as an opening, but we do get Perks coming back along the wall. Still, though, gives away enough audio for Floppy to get hyper-aggressive, right? That aggressive lurk that just takes so much control, coupled with the utility, keeps alternate aTTaX out of their bomb site. But a nice P250 tap from Hyped. He tries to stretch for the AK, gets a little antsy, and has to call it quits. This is Complexity's 12th.
It is. Now, it is alternate aTTaX saving up for this next moment. So, unfortunately for them, they don't allow themselves to tie up, maybe even get their money back on its feet in having options when their site hits have failed.
Defense banking on 2 more smokes and an incendiary, but we get, of course, Complexity steps closer. Bombs in tow. They're going to peek, and they both go down. It's kills across the board for Cole. Chance here for aTTaX, looking to shine. Freeze looking to bolster him. Already out from Temple. The 2 are here, but Freeze gets cleared, and Complexity have gotten themselves into the B-bomb site. It's 40 health between Complexity and a 2 6-0 win over top of Alternate Attacks, who absolutely brought the level of competition to the server today, who claimed they had done their preparation and proved it, and on an individual level had given us a hope between rounds to rounds. Ultimately, Complexity survived this test, but it's still that disheartened, disheveled Cole, as maybe it's not as easy as they'd hope, but a close is a close for Complexity.